is the justice minister doing that grave injustice? Now I feel motionless that all this shady business. They say for independence they'll free 50 from prison. But after waiting in suspense, only the friendly pardon. Now the country in a brawl over section 34. From double cross we not immune. Who pays the piper cause the tune? They got no moral authority. They got none, none. Who brought him from the judiciary have no moral authority. Who are you to talk to we about the DPPs? Neglect when you still cannot explain how bad boys get off yet. And whoever dust him off and put him in government should now hang their head in shame. That was poor judgment, so they got no moral authority. Have none, none. Before you attack with DPP, explain the damn section. Love you.
Hey.
Soca Music Suite brought to you courtesy B-Mobile. Don't wish it, win it.
It's Christmas, man. Never, never. Bring drinks, man. Bring sips. Your friends are here. Never. Bring drinks, man. Bring on drinks. I said to bring on sips, man. Never, never. Never, never. Never, never. Never, never. This ain't passing by everybody. In Newton and in the country. Make sure you suck up your bag. Artists in America. Bring the mansion. Bring the babash. Bring the whiskey. Bring the brandy. Bring the butter. Bring the butter. Never, never. Never, never.
Can't you let when you're looking? 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 Wake up early Christmas morning. You see me house don't have nothing. I don't know where my girlfriend gone. I'm so hungry and care about her. I know you're living fast, so I jump in my car. No, you cannot hide from me cause I'm man hungry. I don't know what to do, so I come in by you. Bring out the money to eating dry bread. Can't you let when you're looking? Can't you let when you're looking? Can't you let when you're looking? Can't you let when you're looking?
Hey, them New York come Trinidad, everything cool, everything really fine. Long time you don't come back home to enjoy myself for Christmas. Alright, this girl Caroline, she's a good friend of mine. She always have real life. But let me tell you this one time, this girl she got the sweetest smile that really blows my mind. This girl she got the sweetest smile that shivers down my spine. Well, long time you don't check Caroline for the real fine wine concoction. It make me eye touch the sky, me not lie, me body can't function. So soothing, just soothing, make me move in slow motion. You understand me, Captain? This girl, she got the sweetest wine.
This Parang Soca Music Sweep was brought to you with courtesy by B-Mobile. Don't wish it, win it.
Entertainment, information, conversation. All on Street 91.9 FM, the official station that defends the nation.
Pleasant evening, Brandon. Nonsense. The old people used to say, if your eye too long, trouble will befall you. Trouble befall you. And when you're living in good house, sometimes just a bad house just come and call you. It's not to say you must settle for the mediocre, or you must take a lash from man with that drunk or sober. But sometimes women leave them man say they're going for better, and in you one day embrace to know to be a monster. Careful what you ask for. Careful what you wish for. Better keep your bird in hand and pursue your heart's desire, or you will eat from the frying pan straight into the fire. Careful what you cry for. Oh, what you prepare to die for. They say better the devil that you had than the one you do not know. Before you end up on the floor, squash up like a mosquito. Careful what you ask for. Oh, careful what you wish for. So why you upset? You're afraid. Hey, let's take what you can. Whoa, whoa. Viewing the news the other day, thought I was watching the young and restless. So young and restless. This tiny little Indian girl leaves the child father who she swear was worthless. Idle and worthless. Moving with a younger man also from Guyana. Hit she more bad than someone when she feed him chana. The same young boy that she crept out would take she further. Oh, he put she baby in a grave, now she falling murder. Careful what you ask for. Wish I could have one. Careful what you wish for. The same man who made she heart beat fast, who she called she baby doll. Did she worse than 10 Judas? Then bashing she baby skull. Careful what you pray for. Oh, might be what you get slowly. They say better the devil that you had than the one you do not know. Before you end up on a slab with a white tag on your toe. Careful what you ask for. Hey, careful what you wish for. So why you upset? You're afraid. Hey, we'll take what you get. We went and bought the other day, and for the winds of change we still we finger. Dirty we finger. quickly things decay. Now I know that strange begins to linger. A man get question on Islam on a radio station, then just so get fire brand about discrimination. They said Saruj brewing hell between Hindu and Muslim. Well, if you're seeing Shanish Mela, why you run and tell him, careful what you wish for. What you use your IV and this. They call a general election. They set it for the month of May. Design a combined opposition to fight against the Balizé. Even compose a new song to expose all that was wrong. The busters that can vote for that. The unique fiasco, the church in Guanapo. But through it all, one man keeps standing tall. The own vice president of FIFA. They tell soul but his works minister. They try.
Back with you, Trinidad and Tobago. Back with you. I had to play that song. You know. I had to play that song. Be careful what you ask for. Careful what you ask for. That's the gentleman who called in earlier on, and you know, he was really adamant and telling me, you know, that, you know, he get no job and this and that and the next. And interesting. And they go back to the phone lines. Tobago people, I want you all to call in. I'm opening up the phone lines for Tobago people today, you know. I'm giving you all a little chance to call in and share with Trinidad what's going on in Tobago. And before I go back to the phone lines, I want to play something for you guys. Alright? So before I go back to the phone lines, I want to play something for you guys. Sure. Join me on Facebook and on YouTube. Let me take this call in the meanwhile while I get this all sorted out. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Iwer.
You calling me from Tobago?
To be honest, I'm not at Tobago. I'll be back and forth. I do a lot of business in Tobago, but I'm not at Tobago.
Okay, I would have really liked... All right, go ahead. Seeing that you do business in Tobago, I'll give you the opportunity to share.
I heard on a newscast that Fari said, Watson Duke says he doesn't want to be the Secretary of Finance and had an arrangement and he's a man of his word.
Watson Duke said that he doesn't want to be the what?
Secretary of Finance.
But that is not Watson Duke. Watson Duke said he want to be Secretary of Finance.
Fari said that on a political platform last night or recently.
Are you serious,
Caller? He said that with a straight face. He said that with a straight face.
Nah, never. Now, I had to get that clip. I had to see. You see, listen to this, that caller. We talking here. We talking. You see, just like how I just have to find a clip to prove to my callers why I say it is the truth. I want a clip. You see what you're telling me there? I need a clip to see that. I believe you. I don't believe you.
Father, go and listen to me. I was on another newscast less than 10 minutes ago.
I don't believe you.
And the Dragon Road I was driving on.
So,
say how
that is not true.
That is what the man said.
That is
more
not.
So,
go ahead.
More so, he said they had an arrangement. And when it came and they were trying to negotiate, that was part of it. And what Dick said, he doesn't want to be the Secretary of Finance. That is what Fari said.
I need to see that to believe that.
Let us go back in history and say what's in the man of his word, and this is what's going on. I say no problem. Let us go back in history. Watson Duke said he didn't want, he going to retire, he resigned to be president of PSC. Take the retirement money. The Prime Minister was talking about that on the platform, I think it was Saturday when he was in bed.
Yes.
And everybody know that history. He said he didn't want no part of that. Correct?
Correct.
So we are not doing. We is now.
Caller.
And Watson is a man of his word.
Caller.
So far, he went on to go ahead, brother. Father, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead. Sorry for interrupting.
Yeah. No, so far, he say PNM don't know how to plan, and PNM don't have no plan. They never had a plan. So Joan years there wasn't plan. Where far he went living? How far he went to school? How far he reached where he used to teach people children? Was Tobago the same place 21 years ago as it is now? As a rule, as a pattern, as a strategy, the PNM always produces our manifest. Now, yes, we have intentions of doing these things, but sometimes the economic situation and circumstances may bar you from achieving what you want to achieve, but it doesn't mean that it wouldn't happen. And as they say on the platform, as yet. They have a plan for Scarborough now, no problem. So what it is you're trying to tell me, Fari, where is your plan? You're discussing the PNM do have a plan. Where is the PDP plan? They're now going to develop a plan to say, well, this is what we're going to do, and they're going to talk about the PNM never plan. So how all them hospitals and health centers reach there? How all of those schools reach where they are? How all the roads and the development and everything, the police station, the fire, what's going on in Northborough? That happened by night, that happened just one by guess. What happened to Shaw Park's cultural center? How that reach there? I am a frequent visitor to Tobago. As a matter of fact, I think I might shift my address today. But driving to Tobago from Crown Point straight to Charlottesville, if you tell me in 21 years nothing has changed, you're lying to yourself and you need to be honest. And I dare say from Crown Point to Charlottesville and all stops in between. What's going on in the airport? You feel you're going to build an airport by that? By planning? How long are you talking about that? With standards. How long they were talking about? Before the PNM reached an office, they started talking about standards. So in other words, again, what we do kind of my head start to undermine the whole thing. That is not planning. They come up, okay, all they undermine all their bombshell standards. They come to Marriott. They didn't tell everybody Marriott until things sign up and they're looking to move. That is not planning. So I want to know if Parliament and the PDP understand what planning is. Again, we can lay the best plan, but they say sometimes man does plan and God does laugh. Great. They say the hospitals are the proper people, are the professionals and things. No problem. They're working towards that. But the hospital is there in Oxborough. They didn't have the finances. Look at what happened in the last few years. What happened in Tobago when the UNC was there? No, my apologies, the People's Partnership. They had 2 Tobagonian MPs. What did they achieve? What did they achieve? That party is no longer around, the TOP. Those members scattered and joined and formed some other political groups, fine. But to go on our platform and to say those things which are blatant lies does not look well. And Fari, as a young man like myself, is very disappointing. It is very disappointing because of what the PNM want to put in place, not even now, not even last 21 years of independence of education, Fari would not have been in a position to go up there and speak that level of drivel if it wasn't because of PNM education policy. He went to the shop. Unbelievable as it may sound, he went to the shop. And a person of integrity and some level of intelligence following what he did. Come on. I think we need to do better as our people. Forget politics, forget as a nation, as individuals, as young people, as older people. We need to do better. Because you see, what they're doing there is causing chaos and undermining the development and the psyche of the nation. Thank you for your time, Pastor.
All right, thank you very much. So I want to hear from some Tobagonians. Now the caller is saying, I had to see that to believe that. I had to hear that to believe that, boy. I'm believing that just so. I'm believing that just so at all. I want to hear that to believe that. Fali something is definitely wrong, eh? But again, I am just simple radio along, sir. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Are you calling from Tobago?
Correct is right.
What part of Tobago are you calling me from?
Scarborough.
Scarborough. All right, go ahead, caller.
Yes, it seems like, who lives in Trinidad have the professionals see about what Tobagonians should do. Right? We are living here.
Why would you say that?
Yeah, because most of the programs that you all have, most of the time is make it Trinidadian call. You see how you give the Tobagonians an opportunity now?
Yes, sir.
Now you might be hearing from Tobagonians.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
Now listen. You all are claiming that there was too much development. And that you have been to Scarborough. Right?
Uh-huh.
When any of us get in any serious accident, whether it's the hospital, we have to get a helicopter to fly in Trinidad. All right? I am a holder of a taxi badge. My taxi badge have to go to Trinidad before I could get it back. I am living in Tobago all my life, and I go for a police record. It has to go to Trinidad before I get it. These are some of the things that we are fed up of. Okay? You all just only sit in Trinidad and know what is good for Tobagonians. Okay? But we are living here. We are living here. You now ask what Camilla did in her time. If it wasn't for Camilla, the hospital would not finish. She built schools. Okay? She built the Roxborough Grass Station. Sometimes you all must just be objective at times and listen sometimes to Tobagonians. We are living here. They say, who in the kitchen does feel the heat? And we are in the kitchen. Okay? Sometimes you all always know what's best for Tobagonians. And sometimes the program you always carry on, you need to speak to Tobagonians. As if Tobagonians can't speak for themselves. We are living here. We know what's going on. Okay? We know what's going on. All right? Let us say, as you all might want to claim that it has plenty development, there's a lot of development not doing. There's a lot of development not doing. If it wasn't for A&R Robinson, we would not have get that harbor with the
So all right, so is there anything you could point out that the PNM did in Tobago?
Yes, as he said, very financial complex compound. These hospitals that you all claim that the PNM built, yes, the Roxborough Hospital, the fire station in Roxborough, but are these hospitals, man? No.
And what about
all of this is what we are speaking about. All right? Why is it that we can't get a proper health system in Tobago?
All right, so what about...
Wait, just now. When we go to the outpatient clinic, all of the specialists, we have to sit and wait for a specialist to come from Trinidad all the time. Even in the magistrate court, even in the magistrate court, some of us have to go to the courthouse and wait for a judge to come from Trinidad.
All right, so listen to me. Listen to this. While I hear what you are saying, sir, right? While I hear what you are saying, it is a twin island state, Trinidad and Tobago, right? And I would have heard, I'm listening to you, and I would have heard of people who left Trinidad to come to Tobago to get dialysis. I know of people who left Trinidad to come to Tobago to get a lot of things in the health system, right? Listen to me, while I understand what you're saying, but we are twin island state. So if there are things that can be done, there are things that can benefit the both islands, just like how in the UK, right. In the UK, okay. There is Ireland. I just joined you on reference to something. All right. In the UK, there is Ireland and there is, Britain. Ireland is a part of Britain, right? And there are things that Ireland people, just like how you are complaining about and you saying that, why we have to go to Britain or to go to London to get so and so, and why we can't have a home office in Ireland, and why they don't have this and why they don't have that. And while I understand all of that, but I am not hearing, I hear what you're saying, but you're not, but at the end of the day, some of the callers from Tobago are making it sound as though 21 years and PNM did nothing.
Well, sometimes when they say they don't literally mean that they did nothing.
Yeah, but if I tell you,
listen to me.
Yeah, but if I tell you,
and you ever come to Tobago and have to buy food stuff? You ever come to Tobago and have to buy food stuff? Everything.
Sir, I stayed in Tobago for 2 years.
Yes.
So you can't tell me.
Right.
So you can't speak. You can't wait just now. You can't talk. Wait just now. Let's talk. Let's be talking. All right, we talking. So you cannot. When I tell you I've been in Tobago for 2 years, and you asking me if I ever buy food in Tobago, I lived there for 2 years.
Okay.
So I know what it is. So when you telling me certain things like if you in Trinidad, you never come to Tobago, or you only come to Tobago for 2 days.
I heard you said.
Right. So if I pastor a church in Tobago, if I pastor a church in Tobago for 2 years, it means then that I would have had to have personal interactions with people in Tobago, know what they like, know what they don't like, know what they're upset about, know what they appreciate, know what they would like to see enhanced, and that is a cry I hear all the time. But when you're telling me that nothing haven't been done for 21 years, that is something that warrants a question. Well, what? But and then when you call in, or that's like you call in, all you point out is what the UNC do, but you never point out what the PNM do.
I said what the UNC done because the man said we have 2 NPs and the UNC did nothing. Okay. That is why I pointed out what the UNC did. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
That is because he said the UNC did nothing and there were 2 NPs in Tobago, which was Vanilla Topin and Delmont Baker. Okay? And he said they did nothing. And I am pointing out to him that it was not for the UNC, the hospital did not finish. And it's the UNC that finished the hospital. Okay?
And then the PNM came.
So don't make it look like I only outlined what the UNC did. You asked what the PNM did. I said they give us the complex on shopper. They give us certain things. Okay.
Right.
Don't make it look like we know what we're talking about. All right.
All right. So my question to you now is, how do you find it? How it looking in the sense of for the elections? What do you think will happen?
What do I think will happen?
Yeah.
Well, so far, if you as you see, as you can see and you can hear from the Tobagonians, okay, some of us are really fed up, okay, of the representation that we have been getting from the PNM. All right? Because let me tell you something. It's promises and promises. They want to, if you have to get a wall fixed, you have to be a PNM, you have to be come on. We are fed up of that divide and rule. We are fed up of that divide and rule. If you're not wearing a red, you can't get nothing. Come on, we are fed up of that. Fed up of that. We are here.
But then when you hear Watson Duke say, wait, you're saying if you're red, you ain't getting nothing. But then when you hear Watson Duke say, all of them with the big red flag in the yard, we ain't forgetting all year, we go do for all year. Right. That right?
All right. When you see, when you all talk what Watson Duke say, we can talk a lot of things that even our Prime Minister does see on the platform also.
What did he say that you find wasn't called for?
Because when he's on the platform, he talks to Tobagonians as if friends, okay? As if we are children, and if we vote for this, he will not forgive us, and he will not. This, come on, man, come on, we are big people.
All right, but then I want you. So you show what you find what the Prime Minister said, and you find that he should not have said that. But when Watson Duke said what he said to Tobagonians, his own brothers and sisters in Tobago, who he talked about with the big red flag in their yard, what you think about that statement? All right, Dr. Rowley talking dogtail like if you're a little child. But what about what Watson Duke say?
In election, everybody that see things on the platform that sometimes don't call for.
And what about that? Right? What Watson Duke said, was that called for?
Well, you might look at it as uncalled for. I might look at it if it was not called for. But at the end of the day, many things that we...
Oh, sorry about that. Sorry that you got... I don't know how you got cut off, but I'm really sorry that you got cut off. Hello, good afternoon.
Yes. concerning that article that they said, Fali said that money want finance thing. I heard it on a news clip. And I also heard another person talk about people leaving here to, they can't get jobs in Tobago, they have to go Trinidad to get jobs and so forth. But as a child, I know people from here used to leave and go Maracaibo, Venezuela, Aruba, and Trinidad for jobs. And since PNM came in, you don't get that movement anymore. Now, they're saying that the PNM do nothing and all this sort of thing. But what I am saying, what have we done for ourselves? We open a shop, we buy 4 trucks and put it there to work, to give some man work to work 4 trucks for you. You buy 6 taxis and put it there to do something for your own self. Why you think the government had to do it for you? You could think and do your own business and run yourself. The opportunity, they provide the opportunity for you to use it. You can't give it, you can't teach you. What they saying, sir? Teach you to give you the fish without teaching you how to fish. And they taught us how to fish. What gas station and all of that. That's the first gas station we built in Tobago. The hospital there, you know why some of the people, they don't want to come to Tobago because they want their children. They don't want to leave them in Trinidad and come over to Tobago. So you can't force people. All we have to do to get our children to study, to be doctors, and whatever it is, to man the country. What have we done for ourselves? So let me educate. The education system is there. Let us use it and encourage our children to do the right thing and to improve yourself. Not sit down there every day, government thank you, this government thank you, that. What you want to do for yourself?
Thank you, Mom. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google.
Are you calling from Tobago?
Oh, it's a Tobago call only?
Yeah, we just want to hear from the people in Tobago. They're saying that they're not getting a chance to share their views. So that's why we're giving them that opportunity. All right? Thanks very much. All right, so I'm giving Tobagonians an opportunity to talk in this time set here. So this is what I was asking the caller about.
Tell me last words. Rowley, pray to God, Rowley, that we don't win those 2 seats and we don't become kingmakers. I can tell you something tonight. I will make sure I dig up every single file on you and I will lock your ass up. I will lock your ass up, Rowley. These are my last words tonight. Understand that? I'm making it plain. I will hunt you down like a dog. And I will lock you up tonight, Rowley. You don't love me. You don't love my family. You don't love my family. I have some words from other people too. Tell me last words. I don't long tonight. On the Facebook, there's some dirty stinking girls. One name Melanie. What's my Lord? Tell me last words. I'm business tonight.
So we take some calls. Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, Pastor Google, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Look, you went off here in Tobago a little bit. The guy who called before, Miss Cross, BJ, this guy, you see Tobago people, my people, Pastor Google, let me tell you something. He said Kamla built school. I want him to call back and say which one of the schools in Tobago that Kamla built. Kamla government had never built a school here in Tobago. All the schools were built by TNM and 2 were commissioned by Mr. Pandy, which is Mason Hall, not even Mason Hall, Goodwood and Speyside. And those schools was always on the joint board. He just went on as TNM will do whatever. The gas station, they always talk about that they built a gas station in Roxborough. What is a gas station? Roxborough always had a gas station and it is still there. They built a modern day gas station. Yes, I quite agree with that, and I don't know if something was in the pipeline, but there is a modern day gas station opposite where the fire station is now, and whatever. So that is there. It accommodates more vehicles and all these sorts of things. I have no problem with that. What else that Kamala Bisha said? He's talking about the hospital. That hospital was shut down for a while because it had the problem with Dr. Rowley and the material and whatever. So it came because the case was in the court and they had the whole thing. It happened that the Dr. Rowley, no charges, nothing was brought against him. PPP or whatever they were, came into government. They finished the hospital then. Mr. London was the chief secretary here in Tobago. It did happen, and the health minister went and opened the gas station. Mr. London was there, and he said, it's an effort by all of us. They are saying if it wasn't them, and the whole reason why that hospital was not open or was not completed is because it had the problem with the Dr. Rowley and the land date and the material moved from this and that, and so they had to put it on hold. So rubbish. You understand? There are so many other things that the PNM have been doing here since 1956. Electricity, name it. We have all sorts of things here in Tobago. We have all sorts of amenities here in Tobago. Yes, the island is not big, and could accommodate everybody who wants a job here. And most of us who are talking and crying down the PNM here, most of us have some relative have a government job in Trinidad. So come on. What you say? Somebody like me who have a red flag in my yard, there is no justice for me. You hear the behavior of these guys. Which PNM representative you hear shouting and saying what they're going to do to the PDP and what they're going to do to the PDP? This is the kind of stupidity. Some of them are so ignorant. As soon as they see you, they're carrying on. If you hear the behavior here, Pastor Google, if you hear the behavior, they're very, very arrogant. Yeah. Right? So, look, let me get off the radio earlier. I know on the 7th of December, a lot of them going to regret all the foolishness they say because they have to live right here with the people here. And wait until the 7th, Pastor Google, you will see something. Because they think that God is sleeping. Even there is a pastor here who is agreeing with wrong things, right? The Bethel candidate. And he's a pastor. And as I told somebody this morning, he is charged in the High Court. He's there with rape as a charge. But you as a pastor standing up and you are a man that is sitting up under this guy who have this case hanging over his head and saying he's not guilty, he's innocent until proven guilty. Fornication, adultery is wrong. It's consentive sex by the two adults that it happened. Rape is a criminal charge, right? Which one is more serious? And it is all written there in the Bible. Come on, the Begonians, all the wake up, eh? These handouts you're all looking for, handouts. PNM do nothing for 21 years. Rubbish.
All right, thank you very much, caller. I am listening. I have my concerns, but I'm listening. And I think we need to open up the phone lines really for Tobagonians, I don't know about Ole, but I really think that Tobagonians need to be...
Pastor Google, tell that fellow who say he calling from Scarborough, and which I know he ain't living no Scarborough. He calling Aisha program yesterday with a pack of nonsense the same way. He feel people don't know who he is. Right? He's one of them that get paid to come and do it and talk this set of nonsense. Tell him to name a school that Kamala bill for me, because I believe my memory must be failing me.
Hello, good afternoon. Hello? Caller? All right, you're not there.
Pastor Google, I don't mind people calling and make their contribution, but when they're making a contribution, they must talk the truth. That gentleman, and I wouldn't even say a gentleman, that man is lying. Why is he lying like that? And he talking with such calmness, as though, and want people to believe him as though he's telling the truth. The man is lying. I want him to tell me who went to Trinidad and get taxi badge. How the hell you go to Trinidad and get taxi badge? What nonsense he talking about? What nonsense he talking? Pastor Google, you better cut you off. Because it's the same nonsense he just come on Aisha show and talk when the evening come. Foolish, like he's one of them that get paid to come and talk in nonsense.
Pastor Google, good afternoon. That gentleman, he is an idler that sits by the roadside. Where in Tobago Kamala build a school?
Wow.
Where in Tobago Kamala build a school? Which gas station Kamala build in Tobago? These people are just, I don't know, dishonest followers. Dishonest followers.
Wow. Tobagonians sending in their voice notes, boy.
Pastor Google, good morning. Your first caller tried to embarrass the Tobago population to say that they're not civilized. Well, since we are not civilized, why didn't you go back to Trinidad in 1996? You in Tobago from 1996 until 2021. You went get a work from the THA and you still stay in Tobago. It had to be something good while you stay here. Because if for so many years you went have a work from the THA and you could still open your mouth or your throat to talk nonsense, you better think again. And thank God, it's an early morning walk in Tobago, like plenty of others open all them out and talk. Work is work. So when you come with this nonsense about early morning work, you have all right not to get none. Anyway, Pastor Google, the campaign is going nice. Who have ears to hear will hear. Take away all the noise. Who have ears to hear will hear. I understand that people asking why Dr. Rowley said what he said now. Well, my question to them is, in January 2021, why was we'll call it the line talk and the line talk and the line talk about Miss Tracy was on show. All right? So you beat it, you have nothing to beat now. And you're asking why now? What goes around comes around. And how your campaign, that is how you will govern. The disrespect for authority is what I can't take. You hear? We are all Tobagonians together, yes. And if you want to be heard, especially those of you who want to contribute to serving people, as you say, if that is the way on the campaign trail you want to speak to the head of the cabinet, the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, and you aspiring to high office, I am very disappointed. Yes, Pastor Google, I got cut off there. They must know their place, right? If you want me to respect you, there's a way to speak if you want to be heard. And the kind of disrespectful tone that these so-called citizens portraying on the campaign trail, I am very, very much disappointed in them. And I always say, if you are behaving like this, right? What in a man comes out. What is in a man will come out. And that is what they're demonstrating to me. They will cuss up everybody when they can't get their way or don't like what you hear or see. You will cuss up everybody. So the PNM is doing a good job on the campaign trail. I don't know about anybody else. All they have to make sure they mobilize the troops and persons come out and vote on election day. Because elections are won on election day. Make sure the machinery for election day is well oiled and they come out and vote. That is.
I love them Tobago. I from Trinidad, but I love how them Tobagonian talking. Get them room to call in and get them room to send a voice. And Pastor Google, I loving them today. I loving them Tobagonian. Give him good. Good day, everyone in Tobago. I love you all, brothers and sisters. All you make the right choice. And the right choice is the People's National Movement.
Pastor Google, I don't know what rock some of them people crawl out from under. They had a latrine eradication in Tobago, right? With THA was going wrong, breaking down all them things and supplying you with indoor toilets. Anybody seen out with latrine in Tobago because they want to keep it as a souvenir. You understand? People used to get water barrels outside catching water. THA eradicate that under the PNM. Take away all them water barrels and supply water tanks for people. Huh? So wait, what rocky crawl out from under? That same rocky crawl from? Let go back right there and then come out back for a very long time, eh?
Morning, Pastor Google. I know you're the research pastor. I want you to do some research and find out what was the utterances of some people when Rennie Dumas deceased had his with marital shortcomings, what people like Reginald Dumas and they were saying.
All right, I am going now we have to sponsor a segment coming up at 1 o'clock. So that's it there for me, Trinidad and Tobago. Tobago, I want to thank all of you for sending your voice notes. I want to thank all of you for calling in. And I think we need to do this a little more often. I want to hear the voice of Tobago. I want to hear the people from Tobago. And, I'm going to continue to give you all that opportunity to share your views. Getting ready to hand over to Bishop Aaron in a short bit, so don't touch your dial.
This is Wayne Delamore, Head Consultant and Director of Natural Health Solution. With over 15 years of experience in clinical nutrition and microscopy, we specialize in early detection and prevention. We incorporate evidence-based nutrition and science-driven analysis. Tune in to our educational program every Wednesday at 9:05 to 9:55 a.m. right here on the street 91.9 FM. For appointments, call 222-2189 or 304-5816. At Natural Health Solutions, we offer a natural solution to healthy living.
We're back, and we came straight to Royal Castle to pick up some delicious food. We got a queen bucket, a king bucket, some royal wings, a family meal, a few combos, some extra sides, a rotisserie chicken, and a snack box. Oh, and that delicious honey mustard sauce, it's really lashing. Rudolph, do you think we should get some for Mrs. Claus and the elves, too? Happy holidays from Royal Castle.
Dashing through the shows with the direct TV remotes. What fun it is to choose prepaid and win cool giveaways. Oh, Home Alone, Pinocchio, Bad Santa, and the Grinch. Frozen 2, Elf and Scrooge, and Edward Scissorhands.
You'll be dashing through the shows this season with DirecTV Prepaid. Get free installation when you purchase a prepaid kit and receive $99 free credit when you activate and top up 30 days. Plus a chance to win a 55-inch smart TV or home entertainment system. DirecTV Prepaid has it all this season.
From the studio to the stage, every Friday between 3 to 4 p.m. Right here on the street, 919 FM. Radio you can see. Log on to our Facebook and YouTube so you can see live interviews and performances from some of our very own local superstars. Right here on the street, 919 FM.
Nari, I see you bring the white oak. Nice. Candace, it's 2 bottles of Forest Park you bring? You playing with fire, girl? Amanda, the ham you bring looking so good. Brian, what you bring?
I bring joy.
What?
Joy. She's my new girlfriend. Bring the joy to the Christmas line with Angostura rum. From classic dishes to the cocktail glasses, White Oak, Forest Park, and Fernanda's Black Label. Add more enjoyment to the season. Plus, buy any bottle and get a chance to win a family Christmas dinner, complete with a personal mixologist. Follow us on social media for details. Bring the joy with Angostura. You are the gift. Wear a mask, keep a safe distance, and enjoy responsibly.
Welcome
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
This is Bishop Aaron Williams from the Divine Problem Solving International Ministries inviting